Well, I'm here. Nobody else is here, but I'm here. Okay. Well, I'll just hang out and wait for a minute, and I'll look through this pattern until someone's here. Oh, goodness. Hmm. Da, 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 da. Mhm. Front loop, back loop, front loop, back loop, front loop. Hmm. Well, it's not going to be a whole lot of fun if there's nobody here. Need to have some guests again. Oh, hello, Sherry's here. Hi, Sherry. How is Sherry? Yeah, I need to have some guests join me again. It's more interesting when there's somebody else here besides me. Anybody can just hang out, you just show your little picture down there at the bottom. You could be diamond painting or painting your nails, or I don't care what you're doing. Just someone to talk to. Someone to talk to. Okay. I am good. It's it's a little chilly here today. It's in the 60s today. Yeah. I am not complaining. I'm not complaining. But we were just out and about, and I did wear like a hoodie, like my zip up hoodie jacket, because it was a little chilly, but it's windy. Okay, if it wasn't so windy, then it wouldn't be so bad, but it is quite windy. Well, we're going to make this bag, Sherry. It's going to be cute. It's going to be so cute, right? And I don't think it's going to be difficult, although the instructions already are a little weird. Like, I mean, when you look at the picture, you see the yellow center, right? So I have yellow. It never tells you to change color. Like, I mean, I'm assuming that's just the first round, um, and it does not tell you to change color. It says flower rounds will alternate between increase rounds and the petals. Increase rounds will be called round 1, 2, 3, etc. And petal rounds will be referred to as first round of petals, second round of petals, etc. Because chain petal round shares its space with the increase round below it, they are not counted as part of the pattern's total rounds. Chain 2 on the increase rounds doesn't count as a stitch. Okay. Alternates between front loop, back loop. So then you get down here and okay, I see. Round 1, that's the center. First round of petals. Then round 2. Then second round of petals. Okay. Round 3. Round 3 of petals. Round 4. Fourth round of petals. Okay, I got it. It doesn't ever tell you to change color though. Anyhow, so we're just gonna do the first little part in yellow to make a yellow center. It is going to be very pretty, isn't it? Oh, hello, Karen and Brenda are here now. Hello, hello. We have some people here. So, like I said, I'm just going to do the very first part in yellow to make us a nice yellow center. Okay. She said this one's done in blue and white. I'm using, as you can tell, yellow, purple, and white. Okay. So, I'm clearly alternating colors. So we start with a magic ring, all right, and chain 2, and do 12 double crochets in our magic ring. So that chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch, just the 12 double crochets do. Oh dear, pulled a muscle. That's no fun. What were you doing? Tell me it was something fun at least. Were you dancing in the streets? What were you doing? I hate that. I pulled my hamstring muscle one time just being a show off. I was being a show off for some younger kids. It was when I was in my heavily working out era. And the young kids were like showing how far they could bend over and touch their toes. And I was like, watch this. Yeah. Anyhow, I'll never forget that. That was funny. Oh boy. Anyhow. Oh my goodness. Nothing fun. Just picking up clothes off the floor did it to you. Oh goodness. That's no fun. You better don't have an interesting story, you know, like I was out skateboarding and did a jump or I don't know how many double crochets I have here. I'll have to count here in a second. So I am using Hobby Lobby's Love This Cotton, which is a 4-weight cotton. Okay. Now she said she was using a 5.5 millimeter hook. I don't know. I have a 4.5. I just find I've done a few things with this yarn, and 4.5 works well. So I don't know. Let's see. How many do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hey, I wasn't too far off. I have 11. Yeah, you don't want it to be that. That's no fun. I dealt with that for way too long. Then we slip stitch over here to our first stitch. Okay, slip stitch into the first stitch, and then we're going to tighten this bad boy up and close it up. And we're going to change colors because that's, I think, oh, whoops, wrong string. Don't pull that one. I know, cotton yarn, it's perfect for this kind of stuff. It really is, you know. You could use any yarn you wanted. There, that's all we need for our center, right? Just this little, that's all we need. All right, so I'm going to just fasten this off. And we're going to switch colors, okay? That's what we're going to do. Yeah, I love me purple. You know that. And then purple against this yellow center. How pretty is that going to be, right? So that's all I needed that for. That little bit of yellow right there. I have not even found my my end yet. So this will be fun. Okay, this one starts over here. Remember, I think I'm learning that if the outer one's over here, the inner one's probably on the other side. So let's see. See if that is true. See if it'll come right out for me. We're making a little bag. It's a cute little bag with a flower on the top. Wow. Yeah, okay. No, oh my goodness. Seriously? Look at all this. This whole, right? Okay. Gotta love it. All right, let me wind this up real quick. You know, I would love if yarn companies would all just do a center pull. Wouldn't that be just the most awesome thing in the world? A little center pull. How hard could that be? Come on. I don't know. Wow, what do we have happening here? No idea. I have no idea. Okay. This is tangled through here, apparently. You guys love to watch me untangle yarn, don't you? It's fun. Okay. I think after we get that, we're cooking with gas. I think we're cooking with gas. Okay. I love making bags, Brenda. Bags are fun. I don't know how many I have now. Okay, I'll talk about where I've been. Right, Brenda? I know. I was chatting with you not too long ago. I was talking about the retreat, Brenda. Remember? That wasn't that long ago, was it? Yarn barf. Yep. Great fun. Sometimes it's worse than others. Okay, now we're going to join this. I'm just going to do what I don't like doing. I could have attached it, but now that I'm not attached, I'm just going to do a slip knot type thing here. And we're working in the front loops. So I'm just going to pick me a stitch here. I'm going to go in and I'm just going to slip stitch it in here real quick. It's not my favorite method, but I didn't think about it. I did not think about it in time. So anyhow, okay, so we're attached to our front loop. Okay, now we're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, and a slip stitch. And I think that will all go in the same stitch. Let's try it. 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Sure, that fell right out. This all goes in the front loop, chain 2, and slip stitch. And there is a little petal. A little petal. Hello, Sue and Jennifer. Jennifer, I hope you're making this bag. It's going to be so pretty. We just got started. We just did this with a magic ring, this little center, and fastened it off because it didn't tell us to change colors. But, I mean, if you want it to be different colors, you got to change color. All right, this is your first petal. Slip stitch to the next. And remember, this is only going in the front loop. So slip stitch to the next. Okay, we slip stitch to our next. Chain 2, 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Do another chain 2 and slip stitch back into that again. Okay, so each time we do the same thing. Chain 2, go into the next stitch's front loop. Yeah, chain 2, do 2 double crochets, chain 2, and slip stitch back into that same stitch. Then before we start our next stitch, we chain 2. Go into the next one and do 2 double crochets. Okay, now you need to let me have some yarn. I know you're all wound up here, all nice and neat, but now I need some yarn. Thank you. Okay. Hello, Kathy. The pattern comes from, sure. It's called Little Girl's Wildflower. Hang on, I'll go back to the top. Little Girl's Wildflower Purse. It was by Yarn and Chai originally. That's not who posted it, though, I don't believe. I believe somebody else posted it on their blog, maybe. I don't know. That seems weird. Okay. 2 doubles. Chain 2. Slip stitch. All right. Chain 2. It's pretty easy. It's really stretching out that front loop, though. I don't know. So as I was saying before people popped in, you got it? Cool. She got it. Today is a cool day. very cool day here. And Dale and I, first of all, we went to the groomers and take the dogs into the groomer to get their nails clipped. Poor Toffee. Toffee's nails, they grow like hooks. And they come right down and they start to go right into like the pads almost on her feet. So they're really hard to clip them. And that's why I take them to the groomer, because I won't do it, right? She yipped a few times, and I know that it was one nail that was like almost trying to embed itself in the pad. But boy, I tell you what, they're quiet now on the wood floors. You don't even hear them walk on the wood floors. They're quiet. So we got that done. Came home. We'd let the kitties out. The kitties. Kitties were out while we went to the groomer. And I said, okay, when we get back, if they're back up by the house again, or if they're still by the house again, then I'll put them in before we head out again, because we were going to go into Charlotte, the bigger town. So they weren't. When we got back, no sign of the kitties. They were out in the woods. I did go out there and I saw them. I know they were out there. But they were playing. They were having a good time. So we left them out there. And then we went into Charlotte. Okay. Well, in Charlotte this weekend is Frontier Days. So it's a long-standing festival in town. It's, as it sounds, it's very cowboyish. Rodeo, saloon, all kinds of fun things. And they have a craft sale every year. And all of the booths are set up around the county courthouse, which is just, the historic county courthouse now. No courthousing goes on there. So they always have these, everybody with their booths and tents and whatnot around the courthouse. And I'm telling you what, it would not have been a day I would have wanted to be out there doing craft show because of the wind. So windy. One of the first booths we stopped at, the lady had stuff that was falling over as we walked by. And I'm like, yep. She's like, and there it goes. I just like, you're going to have to fight that all day, aren't you? She goes, yep. So that would not have been fun, especially, I have that like almost like a wicker kind of divider thing that's not all that stable to begin with, and it would have been blown over for sure. I would have had a hot mess. I wouldn't have even been able to use it. Now let's see, do I have 12 petals? Let me see if I have 12 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I do have 12 petals. Okay. So there's my little flower right there. My little flower. Now I'm assuming we got to slip stitch into something here. Oh, and we got to change colors again, right? Yeah, we change colors right after this. Every round we're going to change colors. Okay. Remember that. Now, do I have this one's already started. Perfect. This is actually, that's actually Walmart's cotton. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. It'll work. Okay. And then this round is done in the back loop. So we're going to work around round 1 again, working in the back loops. So those back loops that we skipped, we're going to hit those back loops this time. Okay, now I'm warm. I got to take off my sweater. It's one of those days. It's like I'm hot and I'm cold. I'm hot and I'm cold. Okay, before we do that, let's slip stitch into the base. Well, do I want to slip stitch into the base? I lost where I was at. Oh, slip stitch into the first double. No, first round of petals, slip stitch to the base of the first chain 2. Yes, okay. So slip stitch down here, just right to the bottom of that petal. I'm going to slip stitch in there. Okay. slip stitch in there. Now we have to change yarn. Okay. All right. So what happened, I'll show you up close. I told you that those front loops were pulling quite a bit, but it's okay. I mean, hang on, let me tighten this up. Let me tighten up the little center hole there. So look what it did. You can see those are the front loops that pulled, but it just kind of, it's okay. It just kind of made it look like a little spirally center. It's fine. I don't mind it. Okay. All right. Now we got to change color. And I think I'm just gonna let me slip stitch. Is that what I want to do? Slip stitch in here with the white. Let's do that. Let's go back. Okay. Let's put our hook in there and grab the white as we pull it through. That's what we're gonna do. And our white is right there. There we go. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Okay. Come on. Move on the other side. Move on the other side. Okay, now what do? Now we're going to work in the back loops. So we're going to slip stitch into the back loop that we just skipped. So it's way down here somewhere. Okay, we got to go down here. We got to grab the back loop. And now watch. Now I probably needed to do a double or something. I didn't yarn over. Nope, just slip stitch into it. Slip stitch into the back loop. Okay, we're in the back loop. Chain 2. Oh, do 2 double crochets in that back loop. Okay, so it kind of helps if you pull your petals forward. Just pull the petal forward. See, pull it forward, get it out of the way. Okay. And then you can see your back loop. All right, so 2 double crochet. Oh, and 2 double in each stitch around. So this is how you increase. Okay, so now we go to our next back loop. And we do 2 doubles. Okay. And we go to the next back loop and do 2 doubles. So the craft sale. Like I said, the first lady, she had wooden things. They were pretty cool, but they were already blown over in the wind. And it was the first few hours of it even being set up that we might have been there within the first hour even. So it's fairly large. There's quite a few booths around, and you kind of got to weave in and out and come back and see things that you missed because it goes all over the place. Anyhow, so I didn't hardly buy a thing. I bought one item. There's one booth, they're there every year, and they're like all that holiday home decor kind of stuff, you know? So all the Halloween stuff and snowmen and all of it, Christmas and you name it. So I bought one item from them, which I'll show at some point, but it was like $10. That's what I bought. Okay, that was all I bought. Now, what else was I doing while I was there? Of course, I'm assessing the crochet, anybody who had crochet objects. I'm assessing. What do they have? What were they selling? How much were they selling stuff for? Right? And Dale knew that. And he's like, oh, I know what you're doing. I'm like, yeah, you know, you gotta check out what other people are doing. Lots of plushies, of course. Everybody wants to sell plushies. Okay, I gotta see how many stitches I have because we're increasing. If we started with 12, we should have 24, correct? I have too many ends here now. Ends everywhere. So let's see what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Yep, I thought I needed one more. There's like one more loop here. I thought I needed to put stitches in. I do right here. Okay. So make sure you got 24 when you're done this time. Okay. 24. Okay. Now, here's my question. I know I have tons of it too, but so I'm very selective what I get. Hello, Jennifer. Did we need to do that one in purple to match these purple, or was it really time to switch colors? I don't know. Let's see. Let me look back at the picture. Actually, she shows a picture of the back of the flower, which is probably more helpful. No, that didn't help. That did not help. That did not help. Okay. I wish she would have said when you change colors. But I'm assuming you would change color now because we're going to white, right? Yeah, I think that's correct. And I say that because when you look at the back of her flower, you see mostly white. You see the yellow poking through, and then you see a bunch of white. Look at, see the whole back of the flower? Oops, hang on. The back of the flower is like mostly white, except for that one round of blue. See? It's interesting. Well, that's true. Little kids like plushies, but adults, adults like other things. So anyhow, I saw a lot of plushies. I saw a lot of like little things, like some little bees and little keychain things that were crocheted. A lot of towels, like, kitchen towels with the crocheted tops. Everybody wants to do those. Everybody wants to make those. So what I didn't see one bucket hat. I saw one booth had a few crocheted bags, and she only had a few, maybe like 3 or 4. And she was the only booth that had them. Okay. And they were very simple. They were more like a meshy market bag type thing made out of some real stiff cotton. And how much do you think she was selling those for? I mean, they were real simple. They were just like the mesh net with a handle out of, some craft cotton. I was surprised. I don't know. I mean, this is her price. I don't know if she sells them for that price, but she was asking $20. $20. Okay. Yeah. Lots of dishcloths. A lot of people selling dishcloths because, those things are super easy. Yeah. They were $25 for those. And I thought, man, that was a lot for something that simple out of that type of cotton yarn. You know what I mean? Anyhow, I didn't see bucket hats. I didn't see bandanas. Like I said, those were the only bags I saw were hers. So I'm just like, So Jennifer, maybe I need you to help me price things. I did not see coasters. No. I saw some scrubbies, like made out of scrubby yarn. That was the one lady. Oh my gosh. We were walking by her booth and she only had 3 things in it. One thing was scrubbies. One thing was, I think, a whole table full of like dishcloths. And then the other table was like bigger things. I don't even know what they were. Like, I don't know, crocheted placemats or something. I don't know what they were. Anyhow, yeah. I hope it's a hip shop. I'm only hoping for that. Okay. And displaying. That's the other thing. A lot of these places just had, not only did they have crochet items, which, I mean, I'm going to have diamond painting stuff too, but here's my plan. One side is going to be diamond painting, one side is going to be crochet. We're going to be separate. It's not going to be like, here's a few crochet items on the end of this table and then a bunch of beaded bracelets and some hot pads that somebody sewed. And it's just a mishmash of whatever, you know. I think presentation is a huge part of it. So I went to Dollar Tree and I've purchased some of their little baskets. I purchased little square baskets, more like rectangular ones that are like, you know, like letter paper holder type things, round ones. I think you got to present things a certain way, you know. So a lot of these tables just look like we do 7 million crafts and we're just going to put it all over the place. Here's a whole bunch of plushies over here and then a bunch of other stuff. And maybe there's some washcloths in a basket and, you know, yeah. So there's my take on it. Anyhow. Okay. Now we're all the way back around. Oh, yep. It tells me right there I should have 24 stitches. Well, isn't that nice? She did tell me I'm supposed to have 24 stitches. Okay. Now we have to slip stitch to our first double crochet. Slip stitch to our first double. Okay. All right. Now what? Now I think we keep this color yarn because now we're going to do white petals. All right. And I wish she would explain for color changes, but she doesn't. Let's go back to our picture, our photo. Yeah. Now we need a round of white petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12? What? Wait. 12 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12 petals. However, when you go to the directions down here, round 2, oh, we should have 12 petals when we're done. Okay. All right, never mind. We're supposed to have 12 petals when we're done. I thought they would probably increase after we put all these stitches in it. I guess not. Okay, so what do we do after we slip stitched? We're going to work in the front loop again. So first of all, we chain 2 and double crochet in that same stitch. Now in the next stitch, remember going in the front loop only, in the next stitch we do double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, okay, chain 2, slip stitch. Double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. Slip stitch into our next stitch. Okay, we're slip stitching in our next stitch. Okay. All right, then what? Chain 2, double crochet in the same stitch. Double crochet in the same stitch. What? Now in the next stitch, double crochet. Oh, I see how this is working. Chain 2. Sometimes you just got to trust the process. I had that happen with the bucket hat earlier. I was like, oh, I can cut off this purple. Yeah, this bucket hat I was making. I'm like, this is not making a hat. I'm just getting a great big round circle. It's not making a hat. I'm like, trust the process. Okay. Double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the same stitch. These are making bigger petals is what they're doing. In the next stitch, double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. Okay. See, it's making a big petal now. You see that big petal? Making this petal here. Okay. Now let's go back to our parentheses. and we slip stitch into the next stitch. Front loop only, remember it's only front loop. Slip stitch into the front loop, chain 2, double crochet in that stitch. Then in our next stitch, do a double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. So we're going over 2 stitches to make 1 petal. Okay. Interesting. I think I've missed a chain 2 somewhere. Hang on, let me go back. Because it looks different than this petal. I like that petal. I don't like this petal. Start this petal over. Okay, we slip stitched into that one. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try that again. We slip stitched into that one. Yes, we did. Okay. Now, slip stitch into the next. Slip stitch into the next. Chain 2. Double crochet in the same stitch. Then in the next stitch, double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. There, it looks more like the other one. I must have done something wrong. Okay, slip stitch into your next. Chain 2, double crochet in the same stitch. Then go to your next stitch, double crochet. We're doing the opposite. Chain 2, slip stitch. So if you think of that, the next one, we start with a slip stitch, chain 2, double crochet. Then we go to our next stitch. We do the opposite. So we're going to do the double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now we got some cute little petals. See them? See them? Aren't they cute? They're cute. Okay, we got it. That's why we're going to have 12, because we have bigger petals. I was like, we have more stitches. How come we have less or the same amount of petals, right? Slip stitch, chain 2, double crochet. Then go to your next stitch, do the double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. You know, once you learn what you're doing, it's so much easier. Sometimes it takes a few repeats of the pattern to get it straight. You know? All right. Double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. Yeah, so it was very interesting. There were several booths that had crochet things, but like I said, nobody was really selling the kind of stuff that I have. So, and some of those people might be at this other one because, you know, it's local, you know. If they live around here and they're at that one, it's still in the same city, the one that I'm doing. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't even know if I would remember anybody, but it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. So I have been working on presentation. I bought a clothing rack so I can hang things. You found more stuff. What do you got? Like a little signage thing. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You got a couple.
Put your stuff on there.
You could do something with it, huh?
Display.
Yeah. They're both different. One's tall and one's interesting. Okay. All right then.
Is that your?
Maybe. It might be a good place to put like prices even. Like put a little thing with prices on it and put it next to stuff. Cool. Got it. He's thinking about me, see? So I got a clothing rack. It's a two-tiered clothing rack, 2 bars across. That I might have to mingle some diamond painting and crochet on, because I thought if I have, what am I trying to say? Like diamond painting, the hanging things, the pendants that hang, I might be able to hang them on there, and other things that crochet wise that I could hang, like bags, or I got a couple shawls I think I'm going to take, things like that. I know some lady was selling scarves, but you couldn't really tell they were scarves. She had them all like folded up. Hang on before I forget what I'm doing here with this petal. So she had them like folded, and they were stuck in a little basket. And there was this, and I mean, I kind of figured that they were scarves, but you couldn't tell that. I mean, to just look at them. So I don't think they were presented very well to sell that way. You know, if you're going to sell a scarf, people need to see that it's a scarf. Like the other lady that had the market bags, the other things that she had, they sold something else at their booth too. So this was, again, it was like something that she probably does as a hobby and throws them in there. So she had the market bags, and she had a couple of pocket scarves. You've seen the pocket scarves? They go around your neck, you know, and then they got pockets in the front. She had, I don't know, 4 or 5 of those maybe. I didn't even check her prices on those because I don't have any, but I should have checked. I didn't though. Look, see, I am boring by myself, you guys. I had 10 people here. Now there's only 7. They don't even want to listen to me talk by myself. Oh boy. Okay, what do we do after we get back around? I should have 12 petals. Let's see if we have 12 petals now. Like I said, they're larger petals now. So we got 1, 2, 3. How are they petals together though? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I got it. Okay. All right. Now what do? We slip stitch to the base of the first chain 2. Okay, we slip stitch down here. Got it. Alrighty then. Now, what do you suppose we do? Now you think we change colors? Mm-hmm. Right, you don't want to rummage through stuff. Exactly. Like, to figure out that was a scarf, you would have had to have pulled it out of that basket, right? What you doing, honey? You trying to weigh those?
What's it weigh?
1 pound, 4 ounces.
Okay. So how many ounces in all?
I don't know. Well, what's
Is
1?
there 16 ounces in a pound?
Yeah.
So
16 and 4 would be 20 ounces. You can change that. You can change the mode. See the button that says mode? You can change it to ounces. I can't see what that says there. That's fluid ounces. No milliliters. There you go. Ounces right there. Almost 20. 19.9. Call it 20. Oh. You need to know how much they weigh, huh? He's got some pool cues. Pool cues. I've done craft fairs before. Were any of them worth my time? Yeah, a couple of them were. I mean, I made some money at a few of them. I did okay at a few. Yeah, so I think we're changing colors now. That is my thought. Changing colors. And we're going to work in the back loop now and get ready for the next. Because there aren't very many rounds. There's only round 3 and round 4. Yep, so we're switching to our purple now. Okay, so I'm going to go take this last slip stitch out, and we're going to bring up our purple here. Okay, bring up our purple here in this slip stitch. Okay, there we go. We got our slip stitch. Okay, all right. Now we're doing our increase row. How many rounds of petals do we have here? We did our front loop and our back loop. Front loop, back. Wait, hang on. Where am I at? That was the second round of petals. Okay, gotcha. Now we're doing our back loop. So slip stitch into the back loop back here. Slip stitch, and like I said, you got to kind of pull these forward to find your back loop. So right here, I'm going to call this my first back loop right here. Slip stitch into my back loop. Okay. Chain 2 and do 2 doubles in there. Okay. 1 and 2. Now I'm going to assume. Oh, all right. So now we're going to do 2 doubles in the next one, 1 double in the next. Okay. So 2 doubles in the next back loop. 2 doubles. No, I'm wrong. Double in the next one. We've got to alternate. Double in the next one. 2 in the next one. So we started with 2. We got to go 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Then we hit our next back loop. We do 1. And then the next one we do 2. 1, 2. Okay. Then we do 1. You got it? You got it, right? Bless your deal. I know. His allergies are driving him crazy. Let's get rid of the white. Okay, get rid of our white. Oops, sorry, that was a hideous sound, wasn't it? Oh, Brenda, thank you. Okay, 1, 2, 1. I'm on a 2 now. Okay. By the time we're done, I think we should have 36. 1, 2. So I was at Subway this morning. Well, yeah, it was still morning. And I was kind of trying to listen to the Yarn Garden a little bit. My local yarn shop, you know. And towards the end, I was pretty sure she was talking about, they're talking about what people do with all of the things that they make. Because, I mean, some people just knit. There are a lot of knitters. Knit, crochet, like nonstop and have just tons of stuff. And, you know, you can't keep it all. I mean, if you crochet or knit quite a bit, you get quite a bit of stuff accumulated. What are you going to do with all of it? So she was kind of asking that question, what everybody does with all of their projects. You know, some people make things for gifts. Okay, they're making things for gifts. Some people said that they were donating things. And I just popped in there. I said, well, I've been crocheting for a craft sale, you know. A lot of times we don't do this craft because we need the stuff, you know. We're just doing it because we love doing it, love creating something. and seeing how it comes out, right? Same thing with diamond painting. You know, what do you do with all of them? I mean, we get so many. What do you do with all of them? You can't display them all. You can't give away everything. I mean, how many can you give away to people? I mean, everybody in my family has diamond paintings to last them, a while. Okay, I had to count. Hang on. $35. I think I should have 36. Am I right? Yep. 36. Okay. All right. I have one more loop, so I'm just going to put one more in there. And then we're going to slip stitch into the first double crochet. Perfect. All right. It's starting to look like what it's supposed to, right? Look at it. Let me show you. I got it all like fluffered forward now, but look, it's cute, right? Look, little white petals, little purple petals. Look, isn't it cute? Okay, it's cute. Run into the girl that was in your class. No, she was up there that one time. That was the only time I ever saw her up there. That was it. They have some people that have been there a long time and you're familiar with them. And then they have people that, kind of come and go. She must have been a come and goer. Yeah. Never saw her again. Mm-mm. Interesting. Okay. Third round of petals. Okay. Let me think. Does it end with white? It does end with white. So we got one round of purple. Now we're going to make another row of purple. Okay. So front loop only again. We're sticking with our purple here. So we're going to chain 2, double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, so here's my issue with this one. Hang on. It's supposed to go into the front loop here. So hang on. Let me get just the front loop of that one. Double crochet in the same. Oh, snap. Something went wrong. Why did you disappear on me? All of a sudden it just went, oh, snap. Something went wrong. Wow. That was weird. Okay. Now do 2 triple crochets in the next stitch. Our petals are getting larger. Okay. 2 triple crochets. So there's 1. And there is 2. 2 triple crochets. In the next stitch, do a double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. Okay. Slip stitch. Okay, now this is where like the repeat starts. Slip stitch into the next stitch. Okay, we slip stitched into the next stitch. Chain 2, double crochet on the same stitch, 2 triples in the next stitch. 1 and 2. Oops, that wasn't a triple. Hello. 1 and 2 triples in the next stitch. All right. Now go right to the next stitch and do a double, chain 2, slip stitch. Okay. Look, they got bigger. See them? They got bigger. I love it. All right. Okay, now our repeat. Slip stitch into the next. Slip stitch into the next. Chain 2, double crochet, two triples in the next, double in the next with a chain, 2, and a slip stitch. Oh man, that's a lot. We got a lot going on there. Yeah, they're making these big, huge petals. They're going over 3 stitches now. They've been going over, well, 1 at the beginning, 2 for the next one. Now it goes over 3 stitches for this last one. Whew. Okay. All right. See if I can remember this whole pattern. Slip stitch in the next. Chain 2. Double. 2 triples in the next. This is going to be so cute. It's not really difficult. Double crochet in the next. Chain 2. Slip stitch. So, just like before, you're going up. You're starting small with a slip stitch. Right? You start small as a slip stitch. You chain 2, do a double. Then we get really tall, go to the next stitch, and we do our 2 triples. That's the tallest part of our petal. And then we do the opposite coming down the other side. So we do a double. Chain 2 and slip stitch. How many petals are we going to have when we're done? You might ask. How many petals will we have when we're done? 12. The number of petals don't ever change. Just the size of the petals change. Interesting, huh? Just the size of the petals change. All right. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we were asking today up there where the manager is. We haven't even seen the manager, and Dale asked on the way out. And they were like, we don't know. Oh, they don't know where he's at. Oh, okay. All right then. Nobody even knows where the manager is. Did he leave? I don't know. You know? Did he get a new job? Did he get fired? Who knows? Nobody seems to know. So, and they were interviewing when we were there. They were interviewing somebody else, a new kid. I'll just say he was a kid because he really was a kid. Yeah. I mean, these are oftentimes part-time jobs. I mean, not if you're the manager, of course. And he worked his way up. I mean, he was, he just started as an employee, then he became an assistant manager, then he was the manager, and who knows where he's at now. I don't know what happened. Weird. But, these are these service jobs, and they don't pay a ton of money. And, I don't know. So that was our morning. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you the rest of the story when we got home. Kittens. Of course, I don't like leaving when they're outside. And I don't like that they're going out to the little woodsy area. I don't like it at all. But I can't really stop them. I can't say, oh, no, you can't go out there. No. So I got home, and of course, one of the first things I wanted to do, I wanted to go out and see if they were there, see if they were out by the trees and whatnot. And it takes a couple minutes. I go out there and I start calling for them. I'm like, hey, and finally they'll start showing up. Well, I knew they were there, so I let the chickens and the ducks out. Okay. It was funny. They wanted to play with the chickens or go after the chickens or something. I don't know what the plan was exactly. But I'll tell you what, chickens are fierce. Chickens are fierce. And if it came toe to toe, chicken versus kitten, I'll tell you who would win. Mm-hmm. Chicken would win all day long. So, Smokey comes right up to me. Oops, that's not a triple. And wanted me to hold him and pet him and all that because Smokey's my boy, my Smokey boy. Well, the other two decided they were going to climb the tree. And climb the tree they did. They were so high up in the tree, I was like, oh, dear God, don't fall. Can kittens fall? I mean, that was my fear. They're going to fall out of this tree. They were so high up in the tree. It was ridiculous. And not showing any signs of coming down anytime soon, right? So I watched them for a while. Of course, I recorded it. And Smokey was just like, I'm done. I am done. I'm done. I'm done being out here. And I was like, okay, you want to come with me? We'll come up to the house. And he came up to the house. I actually set him down and he went trotting up to the house on his own, all on his own accord. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got room for one more. How do I have room for one more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I guess I got enough stitches here to do one more. Okay, I do. I had enough stitches here. I knew I had like one stitch left or something. I got enough. Okay. Slip stitch into this one. So yeah, Smokey came up and he come trotting up, and then Sonny saw him, and Sonny was like, oh, my brother's going in. Okay. So Sonny come running up. I'm like, well, there's the two boys. Okay. And then I watched Misty. Misty's still out there. That's when she was battling with the chicken. And I'm like, girlfriend, you're not going to win. You are not going to win this battle with the chicken. You won't win. Okay. And she just carried on and carried on and carried on with the chicken. I'm like, okay. All right. I think at this point we need to switch back to our white. Yeah, we need to switch back. Hang on. I'm slip stitching. So let me grab my white here and pull in our white. Now we're going to go behind and do our increase. Yes, we are. There are going to be a lot of ends to weave in, that's for sure. But, okay, there we go. Okay, alrighty. Now I know we're going to work in the back loop. We're going to make our last round in the back loop. Okay, here we go. Slip stitch. Hang on. Grab the white. Grab the correct white, not the wrong white strand, because if I pull the wrong one, I'll pull the whole thing out because it's just dangling there. Okay, here we go. Now, slip stitch. Oh, I gotta go way down now because these are big long petals now. Where's my first slip stitch? Or my first, okay, here it is. Slip stitch way down there. If I got better at this, I could weave some of these tails in as we go, but that ain't happening right now. Hang on. You get out of my way. You just get out of my way. Okay. All right. I've slip stitched into the back loop. Now what? Chain 2 and do 2 doubles Oh, I got the tail now. Oh, I got the tail. I'm going to try to weave this tail in here. Okay, I got the purple tail. Got the purple tail, folks. Got the purple tail. Okay. 2 double in the first stitch. Double crochet in each of the next 2. And remember, we're just going in the back loop. Okay. Double in that one. I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. So we've done 2 in the first stitch. Then we did 1, 2 more. And now we're going to do 2 double in the next. 2 double in the next stitch. Okay. 2 double in the next stitch. 1, 2. Now I bet we're going to go single, single. All right. I mean, you know, they're doubles, but let's see. Double crochet in each of the next 2. Yep. So this is our increase. So we do a 1 single double. That didn't make sense. 1 double. And then go to the next stitch and do 1 double. And then the next stitch, you do 2 doubles. Okay. This is just like almost every round thing I've made recently. Every bucket hat, every... Oh my gosh, they all start this way. Yeah. And just pull those petals forward to get to your back loops. Okay, now I'm going to cut off my purple yarn because I have covered it pretty good there. You guys still there? Nobody's talking. Nobody's saying anything. You're still there? Okay. Now I'm going to keep going. How many will I have, you ask, when I'm done? How many will I have? I'm going to guess. Is it 48? Is it? It is. It's 48. Should have 48 when we're done. Until I've done this a couple times lately. Just a couple times lately. Yeah, that bucket hat. I started this morning. So I was looking for 2 things. One, and whichever one I found first is what I was going to do. I was either going to do a bandana, if I found a bandana pattern I liked first, or I was going to do a bucket hat or a beanie. And it just really kind of depended on what came up. So this bucket hat came up first. I'm like, okay, I'll do the bucket hat first. And it's kind of like a granny stitch bucket hat. But I was like, first of all, the lady does not speak English. Okay. So she does have all of the instructions written on the screen. And I'm following along, and this circle's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's still flat, mind you. It is still flat. And her directions say, okay, that's the end of the top of the hat. And I'm like, okay, now we need to come down and make the sides, right? Okay, we got the crown. Now we got to come down and make sides. And as I kept crocheting and crocheting, I'm like, I felt like it just kept getting rounder and rounder, and it wasn't making any sides. Until about 3 or 4 rounds in, I started to notice, okay, it's starting to come in a bit. We're not doing any increasing, so it's got to come in. I mean, it's got to come in, right? It finally started to, and I'm not at the point where it's really a hat yet. I can show it to you, but it's not truly a hat yet. Sue made a bucket hat yesterday. Cool. But it's getting there. Now, I think it's kind of large, like it's going to be loose. And I mean, you could probably rectify that by using a smaller hook, but I wasn't using a very big hook as it was. Hello, Sonny. No, you may not play with the Chuck Pinson. No, dude. No. No pawing the diamond painting. It's on the back of the other chair, hanging over the other chair. And he's like, oh, well, that's pretty. You may not claw it. You may not. No. He stopped. He's looking at me like, I can't. No, you cannot. Mm-mm. I think they were all taking a nap. All that fresh air, wind, and tree climbing wore them out. So they were all napping, but now he's awake. And he's still looking at that diamond painting. He's eyeing it. Okay, I got to count again. It's small. Your bucket hat is small? Okay. 1, 2. 40, 48. Okay. We got us a 48. Okay. I know what we're going to do next, sort of. I just don't know how we're going to make this last petal. So, it's definitely going to be white. So slip stitch up to our first double crochet. And then chain 2. Wait, we're not even in the back yet. Aren't we supposed to be in the back before we start? Oh, no, this is front loop. I'm so sorry. This is front loop. I just did back loop. We're doing front loop now. Okay, hang on. Now we chain 2. Double crochet in the same stitch, but just go in the front loop. Okay, chain 2, double crochet. 2 triples in the next stitch. I'm telling you, it's going to get bigger, right? It's going to get to be a bigger petal. Chain 2. No, not chain 2. 2 triples. Hello. 2 triples in the next stitch. 2 triples in the next stitch. Okay. No, sir. No. Oh, now he's trying to get the cover minder on my painting. Do I have to just move this from you? Remove this from your site? You want to put the cover minder? You want to get drills? No. No. Sir. No. Leave it alone. You can go lay on the couch. You slept on the back of the couch the other day, yesterday, for a long time. You enjoyed yourself. You were very good there. Okay, I got 1 triple in that one. I need another triple in that one. And you can't come up here and be with me in my lap because that's not going to work. I will have to kick you out of this room. No, you can't. You can't come up here. I can't crochet with you up here in my lap. Okay, look. We're going to have to do this. And Dale left. Look. You want to say hi? Say hi to people. Hello. Yeah. Hang on. Can you see him? Say hi. No. There. Oh, hang on. Here. Say hi. Oh, no. I just want you to see the people. Hang on. Here. There. Say hi. There you are. Mr. Smokey. Or Mr. Sunny Boy. Mr. Sunny Boy. Yeah. Oh, he says, oh. I will get into all of your stuff, though. I will get into all of your stuff. But I'm going to have to kick you out of this room because, no, I can't work with you in here. No, I can't. No. I know you just want to be in here, but you can't. No, you can't. Oh, Sunny Boy. I know, little Sunny Boy. All right. Mr. Tree Climber. He is quite the tree climber. If you remember back the fake tree that was downstairs, I know they've gotten huge. Sue, he's nothing compared to Smokey. You should see Smokey. Smokey is big. He's a big old fluff ball. Okay, you're gonna have to go out here. You come out. I'll be right back, people. I'm gonna see if I can get him to settle on the couch out here. Oh, see, Misty's out here. Let's see for Misty. Misty's on the couch. Shh. Misty's on the couch. Maybe he'll lay down with her. Okay, let's hope. Fingers crossed. Okay, fingers crossed. I moved everything now, didn't I? Oh, dang, what did I do? I lost the chat. Oh, where'd the chat go? Comments. There it is. Okay, it's back. Okay. I think he's staying. Don't say anything. Don't say anything too loud. Okay, so I got 2 triples in one stitch, 2 triples in the next stitch. Now, in the next stitch, we do a double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. Okay, there we go. We got a big old petal now. Look at it now. See how big it is now? It's a big old petal. Okay, so now let's go back to our beginning. We slip stitch in the next stitch, slip stitch in the next stitch, chain 2, double crochet. Okay, 2 triples in the next. Should grab that hat while I was out there. And then 2 triples in the next. Now we're going over 4 stitches for each of these petals because they're growing. I bet you I know what I do in the next one. A double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. Okay. There we go. Second petal. Look how big they are now. Big old petal. I look like I got Mickey ears now. Did you see that bike move on my phone? Yeah, there's a lady riding a bike and an ad here across the bottom of the screen. So funny. Okay. Slip stitch into the next. Chain 2. Double. Next stitch gets 2 triples. Now there's a car zooming across the bottom. What time is it? 3:18. We're going to get this flower done, and then we're going to finish the bag part next week, I believe. 2 triples in the next. Sounds like a plan to me. And then in the next stitch, we do a double, chain 2, slip stitch. Okay, next petal. Slip stitch, chain 2, double, 2 triples in the next one. Two triples in the next one. You got the pattern? You got it? Can you memorize it? Can you tell me what it is? Double in the next. Chain 2, slip stitch. Okay, I think we have success with the kitty boy. He stayed. He stayed out there with his sister. We only got 4 petals done. That's a lot of crocheting for a petal, isn't it? I got 8 more to go. All right, 8 more to go. Emma hasn't shown up today. Emma's usually here to talk about diamond paintings for the week, right? Where is she? Anybody seen anything good that they have to have? Anybody? I don't think I've seen anything I have to have. Dreamer Designs is doing a bunch of Halloween stuff. Yada, yada, yada. I don't care about Halloween stuff. You guys know that. Diamond Art Club hasn't had anything that's interesting. 2 Randall Spanglers, right? And 2 Ennis Guerreros. What's that about? I don't know. And I haven't looked in a little while, so I don't know if there's anything else out there yet. Well, there probably is. There's probably another Diamond Art Club. There's probably a Dreamer Designs or 2 that I haven't seen yet. Sherry says nothing. That's good. That's good, Sherry. I don't need to buy anything. I'm buying yarn. Yeah, I'm buying yarn. But I'm also using yarn. As you've seen, I'm using yarn. I'm going to do, crocheters that do markets. They call them markets. I call them a craft show. But they call them markets, okay? They do their market prep vlogs, which their market prep is really, they've taken inventory, they've talked about what they need to make, because these people make the same things over and over again. Like, they have certain things they make every time. Like, I have to make more leggy frogs. I have to make more, so they take inventory and then they prep what they need for their next show. Well, I'm going to do a little market prep vlog, but it's probably just going to be one video. And it's really just going to be getting out everything that I have. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be getting out everything that I have, going through it, organizing it, see what I have, and figure out pricing and display, things like that. Like, what can I put in the little baskets? How can I arrange them in the little baskets? What can I, you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys will be interested, but I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Pricing is probably the hardest thing for me because I have no idea. Like I said, that was what today was about. A little bit of research. It wasn't all that helpful to me because there just weren't a lot of items out there that I'm making. So I didn't have much to compare to. Anyhow, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this little video type montage thing about getting out everything, showing you what all I have, getting it kind of organized, getting some tags on things, that kind of stuff. And figuring out how to put things in baskets or whatever. You know what I mean? What can I hang? What can I hang on the clothing rack? That kind of stuff. I don't know. It's just something different. I'm always looking for something different. And I am so loving crocheting again. I find myself wanting to crochet more than diamond paint. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still diamond painting, but I'd rather crochet sometimes than diamond paint. It's weird. I know. Oh my goodness, how many more petals do we have to go here? Okay, I'm going to take a half a second break here. Oh, look, I got about that many more to go. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 3 more to go. 3 more. Okay, let's see something. We're sitting here talking about diamond painting. I thought, well, let's go look. What was the other things that have come out? Oh, is this? Yeah, this is a overseas. Yeah, he's cute. Well, overseas little bear. You've been crocheting more too. I'm telling you, it's just yeah. I didn't care for any of the Dreamer designs. It's all Halloweeny stuff, so I'm good with that. Um, let's see. What is the other Diamond Art Club? And oh my goodness, I just keep finding more and more patterns. Pinterest has got me just like, okay, so wait a minute. How many Diamond Art Clubs have there been? The Sparkle Pals were midweek. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6. I wonder if that says, is it the last one of the week? No, it doesn't even say. That last Randall Spangler. I don't know, it doesn't say. I mean, look, this is, that's hideous. That's hideous. Mindy's crochet moment. There you go. No, I have not thought about doing an Etsy. I know there's a lot with Etsy. I don't know. I don't think I'm up for doing Etsy, setting it up, listing stuff. I don't know. For some reason, that just doesn't appeal to me. You know? Brenda, tell me all about it. How terrible is it? I know a lot of people are doing it. But Mindy's crochet moment. That'd be funny. Now look, how has my camera been today? I mean, granted, it's facing down at my table, but has it changed lighting at all? We were talking with Dale's son last night and his wife, and I'd mentioned that because he works for Dale. He works with helping people with their networks and all that kind of stuff, but he can do all the computer stuff anyhow. And he said he would have to get in like remotely or whatnot and look at it. Their thought, and my thought as well, was something updated somewhere and it's doing some auto something or other that I don't want it to do, right? They're going to give me a call later today. We'll see. So, I mean, and here we have the Chuck Pinson interview tomorrow. And I'm like, well, that's going to be really kind of crappy, It's going to look, well, I justified it with, I'm just going to turn the camera over to him for the most part. And, it's not his camera that's doing it. Oh, Brenda's like, what? What? We're talking about Etsy, Brenda. Sherry was like, maybe I could start an Etsy store. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. That seems like too much work. Brenda, is it too much work? I think it's too much work. Then there's fees and I don't know. Then you got a business. You got to report things. I don't know how all that works. I got enough YouTube stuff to worry about, I think, but I don't know. Okay, I got just a couple more stitches to go here and I'll be back to the beginning. That worked out just perfect. Let me tell you what. That just perfect. All right. And then I need to slip stitch over here. And voila. I believe my flower is done. It's not as purple as I thought it would be, but it's okay. It's all right. Okay. Now, I don't think I do anything else. It's not too much work. I'm just learning the Etsy stuff. Okay. Let's see. At this point, your flower should look like this. Yes. Okay. It does. It looks like that. Now look, now if you turn it over, does it look more white on the back with one round of purple? Well, I'll be darned if it doesn't. Look at all those tails though. Look at that. That's right. That's what hers look like on the back. Okay. Except for hers shows less of the yellow center. I don't know. It's fine. So I got to weave in all these tails, and my flower is complete. There it is. It's so pretty. So that will go on the bag. I think it's going to be adorable. They're really crammed in tight, so it's pretty both ways, right? They're crammed in there really tight. There's a lot of petals in that first one. So anyhow, there she be. Now they're just, let's hide all the ugliness here in the center here. Just there. You go all up there. Let me grab this bucket hat real quick. I'll show you. Look at, isn't it cute? It's so stinking cute. Oh, showing you new merchandise. Brenda. Oh boy. I had to tiptoe out to the living room so I didn't bother Mr. Pister out there. He is out there sleeping with his sister on a couch. So there you have it. He's being a good boy now. Yes, Jennifer, post yours too. I think you're the only person working on one, but look how cute it is. You know, it's taken me 5 years of diamond painting it took me a while to break into the diamond painting scene and get known in diamond painting. So, and I'm not one of the big dogs, of course, but a lot of people know who I am. Anyhow, but it took a while. Now, I'm certain the same is true, like for crochet. If I wanted to be more known in the crochet world, it would take time, right? Do I want to? I mean, I dabble in it. I put it out there a little bit. I don't know. Do I want to push it more? I don't know. Part of me says yes. Part of me says no. Anyhow, okay. Weaving in ends, and then next week we will work on the bag part. Okay, so here's the bucket hat. See, it's finally starting to bucket. It didn't for many rounds. It just stayed a flat round circle before it started to, come in at all. Like I said, it took forever, and I thought it was just going to be a big flat circle. And I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I making? A placemat? I'm not making a hat. It's not making a hat shape. So I was worried about it, but this is one of those times when I was just like, I had to just trust the process. Okay, trust the process. So now it's actually starting to hat up, as I say, hat up, please. And I've got several more rounds to go on this. Let me see, how many more rounds do I have to go? Okay, come on. Where'd the video of that go? Don't tell me I've lost that. I can't have lost that video. Thought I saved it in my save to watch later video. Oh, it's right here. The Easy Crochet Bucket Hat. Okay. Oh, hang on. You gotta... Okay, how many rounds do I... Oh, darn it. How many more rounds do I think I've got to go to like 16 or let's see. No, I went too far. I'm to the brim. 16 rounds. Okay, I was right. 16 rounds. I know. That's what I love about this yarn. This is hipster cotton. And it's just, it does all the work for you. So This is round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got 5 more rounds to go. Now I think it feels big. I think it feels like extra big. Like loose, big. I don't know. Maybe it'll be fine. I don't know. We're gonna keep going. We'll see what happens. And what hook am I using for that? I'm using. Did I just get my hooks mixed up? No, I'm using a 4 for this. And this, I'm using a 4.5. I lost my 4.5. I lost it. I was looking around and looking everywhere. I checked all my bags. I emptied them out. And so here's what I had done. When we were doing the coasters, I took this hook and I stuck it inside the yarn like this, so I would know that was the yarn I was using when I was making the coasters. I had 1 coaster left to make, right? And when I went to make that last coaster and got out the yellow yarn and the brown yarn, I was like, there's my hook. There was my 4.5, because I needed it for something else. So I had to use a different 4.5, which I did not love. So see, this is what I did. There, my hook's there. I should write this stuff down, right? I should write this stuff down. Oh, Sue sent a picture of her bucket hat. Let's see her bucket hat. Oh, that's a cute pattern. That's a cute pattern with the shells. I like that one. How small is it, Sue? And what yarn did you make it out of? And what's the pattern? Just wondering. It looks like you've used, I don't know, did you use like a Kieran cake or something? What'd you use? So I'm going to finish this up. And here's the deal. Whenever I finish a project like this with a skein of yarn and I have little bits left, I want to use them. I want to use them and make something else. I want to use up what's left over, unless it's like a really, okay, that's what I thought. It looks like a Kieran cotton cake. I believe it's the Kieran cotton cake I made bags out of, I believe. I believe I made 2 bags out of that exact color right there. So I did something with the Kieran cotton cake, except I tore mine all apart. I tore it all apart because I didn't like that the one color just, no, it wasn't the Kieran cotton cake. No, I'm wrong. That was mandala. That was mandala yarn. The one color just went on and on and on and on and on, and everything was going to be dark orange. It was crazy. So I didn't like it. So I tore it all apart and started using it as individual colors. Just cut my colors apart, ball them up. That's what I used. That's how I did it. Oh, now Mr. Sunny is going to climb into bed with Toffee. Toffee's in the kennel and Sunny's in the kennel. All right. Well, Jennifer, I know you're making this. Sue, you should make it. It's really fun. Your granddaughter would love one. Can you imagine her running around with this cute little purse like this? She'd be so styling. Have her little bag. She could put her little goodies in. Oh, boy. It would be cute. She'd like it. She would like it. Grandma, make her one. Make her one. Okay. So get the flower made for next time. I'm looking forward to Jennifer is going to do it. It's super cute. All right. But only 2. What do you mean? My daughter was in her crib at 2 years old playing with all of her little trinkety things. She had a little bag that hung on the side of her crib with little toys, little things. And she would take her little bag off the side of her crib at 2 years old and bring it into her bed with her and sit there and talk to her little characters and play with them and all of that and have a good old time. Only 2. Sue, she would love it. Right? She would love it. Tell me I'm not right, people. Tell me I'm not right. She would adore it. Right? But no bucket hat for you. No bucket hat for you. No. I think he's ADHD or something. Oh, where are you going? Where do you think you're going? Oh, you're gonna go get in my hat? Okay, you want to just be in the hat? I just want to be there. Okay, we gotta go. Oh, now, sir. No, sir. Okay. Right? And she could put her little toys in there. She's got little trinkety toys. She could put her little toys in her little bag. His head's wet. He's either been licked by the dog or he's been in the dog water. One of the two. Tell everybody bye. Say bye. Bye. Say goodbye. Okay? All right, we're going. I know. See you next week. Okay? All right. Bye, everybody.